This takes a second here for us. My goodness. Awesome, awesome, guys. If you guys can hear us, just give us a second here. Trying to see here on my end. It takes a minute. I see it uploading. Welcome, guys, to another Monday here in Operation 11 Charlie. This Monday, today, we have a special guest. We got Steve Petrotto from Horizon Hobbies. Steve, welcome in, my brother.
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome there. Uh, we got some of the guys here already in the chat. We got Kevin Gibbs, brother. Good to see you. We got a bunch of our veterans there on the chat. We see Raymond, welcome, my brother. Dwayne, Radioactive. We got Oz. We got our guys here from Georgia, from the Fort Benning, Alabama area. Larry, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here. Appreciate that very much. We got Kurt. Kurt, welcome in, brother. How you doing? How was your weekend, man?
Thank you. Good. It was nice and relaxing. Went and played with the RC cars at the park the other day, Sunday, a little bit. So
Nice,
just to get out
nice.
of the house.
You guys are getting that nice weather still there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We got our comp next Sunday, so
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
be
What
fun.
location you guys gonna be in?
We're gonna be in Cupertino at the
Okay.
Linda Vista Park.
Oh, nice, nice. That's awesome, man. So that's good about Cali, man. They got all this nice location that they could go and crawl. Right? No,
Not
not us here. We gotta build it
gotta
here.
dig your snow out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
Well,
have sand, and
yeah,
then you find more
and
sand,
and, sh- and
and then it's
swamp
wet sand,
and
and then
swamp. Yeah.
swamp, and then more wet sand.
And we gotta fight alligators. We gotta fight
Yes,
snakes and stuff.
alligators, monkeys, giant spiders, people.
Is
And
that why you
and
race? Oh,
you anacondas,
Yes,
particular
anacondas.
pythons.
Oh man, the
Oh,
pythons are terrible.
yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
and iguanas. You gotta like just you can just be walking around casually, and an iguana will just smack you in the head.
yeah.
That's how that works.
Awesome, hey brother. Hey, this is Florida, man. Welcome, guys.
Yes.
Rob, how was your weekend, man? I know it was busy for you on weekend, right? We could talk about that event real
Yes,
quick.
yes, yes. Saturday was a great day. It was the King of Florida Tough Truck Challenge, and great attendance, great management of the event itself, and it was a lot of fun. The weather, like it came in hard the night before, but the morning, it was just perfect. I mean, the extra wet grounds and the wet rocks and everything like that added more to the challenges, which was really
Mhm.
awesome. So it actually worked out really well.
Awesome.
But then it didn't rain at all. But the sun never came out too, so it wasn't really humid or anything. The weather was just
It
it
was
was good.
nice. It was
Yes, it
nice.
was very nice.
It
The
was.
event went, late into the afternoon. It didn't end late at night, so it was ending at a good time. People were happy, people were smiling, so it was overall a good one. And then Sunday, we had a club off-road race, 1/8 scale, and we had a very good turnout for that one. We had about
Awesome.
45
Awesome.
entries. We
Awesome.
had probably close to about 116 different race classes that people had attended. And because we were running short course, we were running 8 scale buggy, truggy, nitro, pretty much anything that we can offer for the 8 scale track. And attendance was
Mhm.
amazing. That did go a little bit
Awesome.
later into the night, but again, having an attendance like that it's pretty awesome. That was a good
That's,
day.
that's
Tiring.
awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Hey, yeah,
And
I know. I know. And adding here
then
event
back
here.
to work, 9 o'clock the next morning.
Right, right. So that's awesome. Also, I know Saturday was a busy day for us for O11C. Robert was there in that event. Also, we had our monthly O11C outing at Dr. Dan's that I forgot to take pictures, right? My head has been all over the place and I forgot to take pictures. But we had an amazing time at Dr. Dan's, like always. All our veterans, some of the people that came in and they hang out with us that day. It was good to see our veterans and family members. We had some special guests, some invites. So that was awesome to do that and go out. We were concerned, I know Robert and I talked about the day before, because it was raining hard. I said, Robert, is your event going to happen? I don't know we're going to have ours either. So luckily, like he said, it was nice. It was cloudy and stuff, but it was nice weather. It was nice out. So we had a good time out there with our veterans and first responders and family members. So appreciate that for our guys that showed up on Saturday to each event and whatnot. So also I see here Larry, one of our veterans from Fort Mitchell, for Alabama and Fort Benning areas. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Larry, brother. Appreciate you very much, man. Good stuff, brother. So Joe, brother, welcome in. And how was your weekend? And are we done with the hobby room, or we had any comps or nothing this weekend, right? It's next week that you guys have a comp.
Yeah, I no comp this weekend. I actually got my days backwards. I didn't look at the weather. So I worked in the room all day Saturday and found out that it was a nice day, and then was going to go outside, and it kind of turned to poo. So was I just end up being inside all weekend. So nothing too dry, but got a lot of stuff done. So I'm actually ready to lay the floor down and hopefully get that done. Maybe start on it this week. I don't know. It's been a long week already, and it's Monday, so
Right.
might be this
I see.
weekend. We'll see. Then maybe start moving stuff in. It'd be nice.
Going around. Nice. Pablo, welcome in, brother. Kevin Sizemore. We got here some of our veterans here locally as well. Kevin, good to see you there on Saturday. Definitely, brother. It's always welcome, those outings that are needed, right, for our program, right? The stuff that we do here in O11C, guys. I don't know. We could stress that enough. The RC is just a tool for our program, right? And what O11C is all about, a support system for our veteran community and first responders and their families, right? So always this gathering and outings and help, us cope
Okay.
and deal with some of the stuff that we go through and whatnot. So we always appreciate these outings, right? And not just the planned outings that we have monthly. We have sometimes just outings that we need to plan because some of our guys are going through stuff and whatnot, or are needed of some kind of a help or whatnot. So good stuff for our guys that came on Saturday and whatnot. So Dennis, how was your weekend, brother?
Peaceful, uneventful, and too short. Really didn't do much of anything this weekend, just kind of sat home. Enjoyed some couch time.
You got any paint? I know you been waiting to paint, or was Joe one of our guys? You guys been waiting for a good weather to
Yeah,
start painting.
I'm gonna probably try and get some paint done on a body by the end of the week. It's supposed
Okay.
to warm up. So once I get the paint done on it, then I can finish it and that'll be ready for Beat the Creek. But other than that, just going over a couple trucks, trying new things here and there, and like Joe said, we don't have a comp coming this weekend, but the following weekend on the 15th, we've got one. So I've
We got some
got my other truck ready.
awesome
So
Hey,
stuff,
Dennis, what
bro.
does your shirt say?
Yes, we know that. I love that.
That's great.
I love that. We know that. That's you don't have to explain that, but I appreciate the labeling, and so we can
Yes,
make
yes.
sure we don't forget about it. So appreciate you, old man.
I'm never surprised.
I think good stuff there, guys. Before we go to our special guest, Steve here. Guys, anything else that we forgot to mention? Any stuff that we have coming up? Oh, Dennis, let's mention our raffle that we got going on that is due on March, right? With one of our sponsors, CowRC, right?
Yes. Do you have their page up by chance?
I'm gonna look for it while you talk.
Okay, we've got CowRC doing a custom build for us. It's the 8S Infraction 120 version. They are doing electronics, custom body. They did their whole CowRC treatment to it. And you can get in on the raffle by going to their page. Look at the bottom of their page, and you'll see Operation 11 Charlie charity build. You can go in there, purchase your tickets for the build. If you do a $100 purchase at one time, that puts you in the raffle for another RC that they're giving away, which is a 24th scale, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So you do 5 tickets, or I'm sorry, $5 a ticket, $25 donation will get you 6 tickets. $100 donation will get you 30 tickets plus 10 free, which also, like I said, puts you into another drawing for a 24 scale that they also
Yes.
have. And both vehicles are going to have custom bodies. The 24 scale is already done. It was painted by Fish and Bill Custom. The body that they're doing for the Infraction is being done by Freaky Skins.
Mm-hmm.
The last raffle they did for us on the Max, the body that they did was amazing. Me, Josh, Jim's Hobbies, and Truck Tech Joe right here, we all got to see that truck in person, and it was amazing. They did a really, really nice job on it.
It was a military style wrapping, right?
Yes, they
What they
did
did.
a custom military vinyl wrap on it, which
Yeah.
they said that if they had to do it, or if you have to do it for some reason because they give you another one,
Yeah.
you're gonna go crazy because it is so detailed.
That's awesome.
All the proceeds in the raffle come directly to O11C. They keep nothing. And you also, along with winning that, you will also get a decent package of CowRC product. So I believe all in all, for the Infraction, or I'm sorry, the Limitless and the CowRC winnings, totals a little over $1,000 to $1,100. So every
Oh,
sold is well worth it.
awesome stuff, man. I appreciate it. And it's like always, brother. But again, huge shout out to them and the amazing stuff. Everybody involved in this raffle, and everybody that is participating in it. We cannot stress it enough. It helps for us to continue our cause, right? So thank you so much for that. And everybody coming that come and support all our raffles and whatnot that we got going on. Always you guys in a way are part of what we do of our program, right? And our veterans, first responders and families are very grateful. You guys, I just want to tell you that from them. And as you guys, like we always tell you guys, see them and see us at any event, right? We have our campground and whatnot. Come stop by, hang out with our, meet our veterans. They will love to talk to you guys and all whatnot. So just come and hang out and see what O11C is all about. In that note, I see Dustin, welcome in, brother. We got Swampers Bill, Tommy, welcome in, Pablo, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you here, brother. Real quick, in a more serious note, I just want to say some prayers for our veterans and our military personnel all around the world. Just prayers for our guys. That's all we're gonna say about that. They're always on our prayers, so prayers for them. More needed more than ever at the moment. So for that. And that, I think that's it, guys. Anything else that we forgot to mention before we go to Steve, guys? Nope. Joe, Rob, nope. And then I know we got the Peasant Nationals coming up, but we can mention it later on. Looking forward for that. With that note, Steve, brother, always appreciate you, brother, for what you do and Horizon and you guys that we had the opportunity, right, that meet you guys in person, and you guys are being part of what we do here in O11C, and you guys being of some of our private and personal stuff, and you guys have interact with our guys and members. So we always grateful for that forever, brother, for you guys. So welcome, Steve, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You guys have you've made a lot of impact, and we're happy to support it. I think it's an important cause, and Horizon's definitely here to support it. I know we've got a lot of history together, a lot of time spent together, and I always cherish that. So yeah, looking forward to spending some time with you guys tonight, and just have some fun chatting about some cool stuff.
Awesome, 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 brother. So, guys, real quick on the panel, like always, feel free to jump in with questions for Steve and you guys in the chat. Any question that you may have, again, we'll copy it and paste it, and we miss any of the questions, feel free to keep posting them up, and then respectfully, we'll put them here on one now. So, other than that, Steven, if you can tell people a little bit about yourself, people that don't know about you.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, my name's Steve Petrotto. I am the brand marketing director for our air category at Horizon, but I also have the responsibility of all of our events as well. That seems like an odd combination, but my been at Horizon for about 15 years. It'll be 15 this August. So 14 and change. And yeah, I started out on the marketing side and really obviously had a lot of enjoyment with the events and work with the events team. And that's evolved a lot over the years and eventually was given the responsibility to manage our events programs in the United States. And I've also managed some of our global programs as well that we do in Germany and the EU. Right now, that's kind of separated out, but I call it consulting internally. So I help them kind of what they're wanting to do. Um, and yeah, so my day to day is I have the responsibility for the entire air category at Horizon. So if it flies, I'm responsible for it. That means,
Awesome.
developing product plans, making sure we hit our numbers every year, making sure we have the right marketing and campaigns, and and then a lot of the not fun, the business stuff, the spreadsheets, the managing it. Another good way to kind of think about it is the role is kind of designed to be the president of your brand or the CEO of your brand. So you're kind of the guy that everyone can come to and go, what are we going to do here? And so it's a pretty important role to be in, a lot of stress, but also a lot of fun. And then having the event side is just for me icing on the top. It kind of keeps me sane, even though it probably makes me a little more insane because there's so much going on. But it's such an enjoyable piece of my job is doing the events and getting to go places and see people and spend time with customers
Yes.
and be in the field. Without it, I feel like I would be less in touch. I feel like it's easy
Yes.
to sit behind a desk and make decisions, and or I get to
Yeah.
stay in the field. I also have all of our sponsor teams that report to me, so or that are my responsibility. So Team TLR, Team Horizon, aka Proline, all of the race side and the air side are all under my team as well. So I've got a few guys that help me. Of course, it's not just all the stuff I do, but I've got a team of about I guess right now 3 events guys, one person who manages our sponsor programs, Ben Ellis, and he does all of our team stuff. He has 300 plus sponsored drivers and pilots in the field, and yeah, it's a crazy time. So it's a lot of hats to wear every day, but it never gets boring. I can
No,
tell you that.
I know, bro. I appreciate you, like guy says here on the chat. Thank you for what you do. We got Tony CTXRC in the house.
Hey
Say
Tony,
thank you for all you do, Steve. You
appreciate
know,
it. Yeah,
he does the hard work so we can have a blast at events with RCs, man. That's what I mentioned earlier, right? That we had O11C and our guys here, Tony, some of our guys here have the opportunity to see behind the scenes what these guys do. It's hard work nonstop. So we always say they come in first and then leave last. So
hmm
for us to have fun. So we are very grateful for the hard work you guys do. And also always very approachable too when you go talk to these guys. And Steve mentioned all this stuff, but he always a hyper too. He get that mic and start talking all that stuff. Always do a good job of that too, Steve,
Yeah.
bro, as well. So
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
That's
fun.
good. Welcome in, JM, John Martin, all that stuff. So I know we have a few questions, guys, already. Keep posting them. We're gonna be copying and pasted here, so we can give the start asking Steven there in a minute, brother. So I know on the if you guys haven't had an opportunity, some of the events eventually, right, that happens and like Horizon Fest, man, those air show. I know we had an opportunity some years ago to go to Horizon Fest. We took some of our veterans and we were able to visit you guys, right, Steve, at the Horizon and there in Champaign, also be part of that Horizon Fest. Man, never been in a RC air show. Never ever. That was so impressive, man. What you guys do there, Steve, bro. I'm talking about all the details on the planes, those jets, how
Hmm.
fast they are, how synchronized they are. There were some kids there that I was so impressed with them. A couple of them were back then. Probably there. Man, now they were 16, 17. They were a pair, and the show that those guys gave those jets, it was so impressive, Steve.
Yeah.
I know you were there, brother.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible, those air shows, what you guys do, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. I mean, the RC Fest, or a lot of folks call it Horizon Fest. It's an event that we're really proud of, and it's one of those things where we can really show radio control in all of its forms, pretty much all
Yeah.
of its forms, to the mass to the public. And most of the people who attend that event are families, and maybe some people who are
Yes.
interested in RC, maybe those that aren't. But it gives them a way to come in and really experience the hobby. And I'm sure many of you watching and those of you on the call have, you guys have introduced RC to someone. Obviously, that's what you guys do. And
Yes.
that light switch that goes on is the important piece. And that's for us, that's what it's all about. But yeah, the air show side is a lot of fun. I love being on the mic and talking through all that and getting to fly here and there. But a lot of talent, a lot of time, a lot of effort goes into all of it. And yeah, we're proud to continue to do that event. I know it's had its ups and downs as far as events and timing and if we're going to do it or not.
Mhm.
But going
Yeah.
forward, but the plan is to try to have some version of it in the future. And it's one of those events that takes a lot of man hours before,
Yeah.
during, and after. So we got to make sure it makes sense for the company too.
I know, brother. Going back to that, me being ignorant, and there are airplane side or air side of the RC. When I got there, I asked, "Oh my God, this is nice. That's awesome. This plane, man, I don't know. This could be a couple of $1,000." Nope, guy. This big. There's 15, 20, 30 above. I just said, "Oh my God, okay, I don't want to touch this, man." But it's incredible. And how fast it goes, Steve, bro. This stuff is just incredible, right? It's close to 200 miles per hour or more, right? And some of those
Yeah. Our,
planes.
our our limit with turbines legally is 200. Um,
Okay.
so, that's part of the kind of playing nice with the FAA, and just in general. But then out and really in RC in general, airplanes, we all try to manage that, but turbines for sure. But there's stuff that can go much faster. In fact, the fastest RC airplane, this is a fun fact, fastest RC airplane is actually unpowered. And so
Wow.
I think it's called dynamic soaring. If you YouTube it, just YouTube dynamic soaring, and it is actually a very rigid Kevlar composite sailplane. And they hit the top of a mountaintop over and over and over and build speed. And I think the world record is like 458 miles an hour.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
That is crazy,
So
crazy.
yeah, so
And
RC can go from spending 50, 100 bucks on a
I
airplane
know
to you name it, right? It's like any
you
hobby.
name
You
it.
always go,
And
whoever has the
yeah,
biggest wallet can have the cool
yeah, yeah,
toys.
yeah.
Um,
It's just
that's-
crazy how much the RC, the speed, either on land, on air, right? Some of this people, we have a friend here, some of our friends, or this guy's right here that what cars that Mitch drive that is 200 miles per hour, bro. That's crazy. 190 something what Mitch had the last time, 99 or something like that. Around those, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's scary, crazy, right? And also, man, the like the one you have behind you, right? The Huey there.
Yeah.
I know they have some scale stuff they bring to that event as well. Those type of events, man. It's just impressive of
This
what
is
they do, man.
Yeah, this Huey is a work in progress. This is a 800 size Huey, so it will be a Luftwaffe, so German search and rescue. They actually
Mhm.
did these, back in the 80s, and
Yeah.
interesting story on this one. The reason I went to do a German version and not like a typical Vietnam Huey is I found out I had a half uncle who lives in Germany, and uh, he was a Red Cross member, and he flew in this exact heli. So I'm mirroring his exact Huey that he flew in. So basically the Luftwaffe Army had all these, and they all had orange doors, and they're just designed for search and rescue. So I 3D printed all the actual winch system, and it's still a work in progress. So we'll get there. I started this late last year, and
Awesome.
hopefully we'll have it flying this year. But there's a lot of work that goes into a Huey of any RC helicopter of that scale, and yeah, it'll be cool when it's done. I've got the internals all built, and they fly, so they're just not in it right now. That's just the fiberglass body.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the stuff I get to get involved in. It's not something Horizon makes. It'll have all of our equipment in it, of course, but I try to stay
I was
relevant.
just gonna say that because I know people are gonna be asking, "Oh, when can we get that?" No,
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That's limited.
I will say I am working to hopefully get something close to that in the distant future. But yeah, right now the finding something like that is you'll be in it for
Well,
multiple thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of labor. So that's what it
I
takes.
know. To do that. I know, and hey, I know some of our veterans are gonna, I'm gonna be happy with that if we got this hackers. They're always looking for something on those lines. So Mr. Larry is here on the chat. Some of the stuff that he has purchased and been there and stuff like that.
Yeah, Larry,
But
go ahead. Just wipe the drool off. You got it.
I
You're
know, right?
good.
Larry, yeah, no. He has a couple of them. Actually, one event he brought one, especially now, Steve. All the stuff that I was scared to fly. I said, bro, it's just GPS driven and whatnot. Just hey, follow this. Is what you do. I know he had it on baby mode, right? But I feel comfortable flying it and whatnot. But that was awesome.
hmm
Good stuff. Good stuff there, brother.
Yeah.
Awesome
I
there.
saw a question came through. It said, "What got
Yes,
you into the flying side of RC?" I can go ahead and answer.
yes,
Um,
yes.
when I guess I was back when I was in high school, I worked for a hobby town, and one of my first jobs, Hobby Town USA, that is no longer in business, but it was a place I joined. I was into RC cars. I raced off-road, for a little while when I was a kid. I didn't have, unlike most, I didn't have a parent or a father involved in RC.
Yeah.
Really kind of started with me getting involved with the car side and then racing, and then I went to our flying field, and some guys were at this is Georgia Model Aviators Club. And anyway, long story short, I started at a hobby town. They had real flight simulator, and I actually played that way more than I actually worked my job. And I learned to fly on a simulator inside that hobby town. It's kind of funny to come full circle that I now am responsible for real flight, and so
That's awesome.
it's been a cool ride. So I get to I went off to school, did my marketing thing, and kind of always have stayed attached to all sides of the hobby. I still do the car stuff, but I stay heavily inside the air side, and I try to honestly dabble in everything. I've got everything from tanks to semi trucks to crawlers to this stuff to jets, everything in between. So, but it is the I guess perk of the job. You get to be able to dabble in a lot of things, and it's not quite at the full retail price. It does make things a little easier.
Right, right, right. That's awesome, man. I know some of the stuff that you guys do, whatever you guys are involved to as well, some of the stuff. You guys, that's what I like, that you guys always have this try me stuff, right? Either air or stuff like that. Going back to one time when we went there, you guys, we were able to fly it as well. and then you guys showing the product and utilize and all that stuff. So that's awesome. We really enjoy so people can get into a little bit taste of flying or racing or whatever it is, man. So that was awesome, Steve, as well, man. Stuff you
Yeah.
guys do as well in those lines. So yeah, yeah, good stuff there.
I have a question.
Go ahead, brother.
So Steve, so you're into flying. So what is your favorite flying product? And then what's your favorite non-flying product that Horizon has?
Horizon product. Honestly, and this is something that I think everyone should have one. The Hobby Zone Aero Scout is a trainer airplane, something we sell. It's our number one selling trainer airplane. It's not the prettiest thing, but it can take you from complete beginner to doing rolling circles around the flying field, flying with your friends, that sort of thing. It's super durable. It's pretty ugly, but it just flies super well. The story behind that product was I don't have a picture of it, but I guess we can pull it up. But anyway, it's
Yeah,
our
yeah,
very popular Aero Scout, and the reason I love it is you can just do whatever you want with it. It's a crazy airplane when you want it to be. It's a docile airplane when you want it to be. I can throw the transmitter in anyone's hands, and they can be successful. And it's pretty inexpensive. The story behind that airplane, I was working. This was many years ago when we released it, and it came back from a trip. One of the product developers had been over to one of our vendors, and he brought this white, horrible looking airplane back, and we all laughed at it. And we're like, we can't. That's terrible. Let's not do that. We don't make that kind of airplane. And then he's like, I know, guys, I know, but just fly it. So we went out back. This is at the old Horizon building where we could fly out back. Went out back, flew it, and we all were cracking up, having a blast, skidding it off the top of the roof, hitting trees, still flying it. And we had just a grand old time. So it eventually turned into the Aero Scout. And so now it's still to this day one of our best selling products because of that. It's just a super fun airplane to fly. My favorite car or a Surface product, that's a tough one. I think I've had the most fun recently, of course, with my 10-3. This is actually the one I built for, unfortunately, the Axial Fest that never happened. So this was my Axial Fest rescue crew, I think a recovery team. So this is just a
yeah,
10-3 Pro I built for it, nothing special.
yeah.
But it's got all the rock lights and everything. But I've had a lot of fun with this outside of the event. I haven't got to drive it a ton. But anyway, I was working on it for Concourse, and then I realized that we weren't going to be doing Axial Fest, so I didn't spend as much time finishing out the interior. But anyway, sad story on that one. But I still love the I still love the product. So yeah, that's kind of it. I think crawling for me is, as you guys know, is something that can take you anywhere, take away your stress, get you out of the
Yes,
house, and the
yeah.
basher side of the hobby and all that. Super fun. I'd have to say my second favorite thing. It's not a Horizon product. I recently did the Kyosho Blizzard rabbit hole. I don't know if you don't know what that is. It's a
Oh yeah,
snowplow vehicle, and Horizon does sell it as a distributor. But man, I spent a lot of time decking that thing out for the winter. But it's nice to have up here with the snow, so I can sit inside the house and
that's awesome.
snowplow the front steps off, which is a lot of fun. So
You see, Dennis, that's what you need to get all that snow out of your front door, guy.
Oh, no, no.
see what's great simulator. I need to practice some more. Yeah. Most expensive RC plane I've flown. I was handed the sticks. So we had an employee, Ali Machinchi, who was our team
Oh
manager.
yes. Hmm.
And you probably met Ali at RC Fest.
And his son too.
Yeah. Yeah, son Zabby. So Ali moved on to a different line of work, and he moved back to the UK. But while he was here, he said, and I won't make his British accent, but he said, "Steve, come over here." And I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Here, can you just hold on to this?" And he's flying, and I'm like, and he just hands me the radio. And what he had handed me the radio of was a $30,000 MiG jet. And it was, bespoke, beautiful. It's a CARF model, CARF models, MiG. And at the time, there were only like probably four of them, five of them in the world. They had just released it, and he had got one of the first ones. And he goes, "I knew you wanted to fly some like a real airplane, so here you go." And know, and yeah, the second part of the question down here is, did it make you pucker? Absolutely. So you get handed effectively someone's brand new car to fly around the sky with no insurance, and they trust you with it. But obviously, it's an airplane. It's dialed in, and it flew like every other airplane. You just have to manage you have to understand what you're doing. He wouldn't have done that to me if he didn't know I could handle it, or if he didn't think I could handle it. But that was probably the coolest, most expensive thing I've flown in the last, ever, really ever. Since then, I've flown a couple of cool things, but that one by far is one of the fun ones. And then he wasn't nervous. He walked away, and his son was like, easy, easy. He was trying to really, make me to chill out. And I was doing low passes with it and having fun with it. And he's like, well, do you mind if I land it? And I was like, no, not at all. Here you go. So I gave the radio back to him, and he landed it. His son was freaking out more than he was, and his son didn't have,
Right.
but yeah, it was good stuff. That's a level of trust that I don't have for somebody else.
Right. That is crazy. I know we saw those on in person, man. Just incredible. It was Abby and what's his name, George, the two teenagers at the time. They were flying. It was right. They were doing the old air show. They were practicing.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
George. Some of our a couple of years ago. It's just incredible how. So guys, picture the old air shows, regular air shows that you guys see. These guys can do basically the same thing with RC jets. It's just incredible. It's
hmm
just incredible how the sound, all that stuff, bro. It's just incredible. So I was like, my goodness, this is just crazy, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
yeah,
See, there's a bunch of people in the chat have joined us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, joining us here, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them, and we will make sure that Steve can answer them if he can. So
for sure.
Rob says flying is easy. Landing is a problem. Is my problem, of course.
Yeah, that does take a little extra. Yeah, the way we say it on the air side is, um, the only maneuver that's mandatory is landing. So everything else is optional. So you got to land. If you can take off, that's on you. You can fly around, that's on you. But at some point, it's gonna land, whether you want it or not. It's gonna hit the ground. Gravity always wins. It's undefeated.
Right. That's awesome. That's good stuff there. Let me see here, guys. Feel free, guys, here in the panel. They want to jump in and whatnot. So any questions for Steve here? Let me see here. I was looking into we got anything here going on. Oh, let me show this real quick, Steve, so you can see it. This is from some of our from Mr. Larry. He's here in the chat. So we wanted to see for you to see what he has going on here right here. So this is some of the stuff that he's been flying here.
Nice. Okay.
There's a couple of the new ones that he
Yeah.
had. I don't know. He had, yeah. So we're
Very-
using this right here. So that's good stuff from him. I know he has a Huey. That's Larry, one of our veterans. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
The stuff here is just incredible, man. This is just so relaxing and whatnot. When you know how to fly it, right?
Yep.
And then look at this land, all this stuff. This is awesome, man.
Yeah,
Awesome, awesome.
some of the newer scale stuff that's on the market right now is pretty cool because there's brands like Yujang and
Yeah.
Flying. They're building these GPS units that effectively are flying. It's like flying a drone, a camera drone, whereas
Yes.
anybody can do it, or you can take it out of that mode and fly it, normally. But it's brought in. It's cool. On one hand, as the enthusiast in me is like, you don't need that. But as the marketer in me, I'm like, hey, it's brought in more people. It's
Yeah.
it's given access to a product that is really cool that most people wouldn't be able to be successful with on the first go. You're not
Yeah.
going to hand the controller to someone for something like this that's behind me because you will
Yeah.
you will crash it really quickly. But that stuff's really brought in a lot of new people, which is great to see. It's super cool. So I commend them for that.
Yeah, and some of our when we do outing, sometime there's some local hobby shop here that we go to, right? That they have a crawling forest inside and whatnot. That's where we bring our veterans, and we do the stuff with the VA hospital as well. So they do a lot of planes. They have a lot of planes in there, and the specific what you just mentioned and how they came in and explained. One of our veterans, he was so stoked. Oh my God, I want this jet. I want this. Blah, blah, blah. It was I don't know. over $1,000, and the owner was taking time. Look, come here, let me explain to you. This is what happened. You don't want to start with this. You want to start with this one, right? Because you need to learn all this stuff about how to fly. We have a flight simulator here. I think they have something Horizon based there, a simulator there, so you could start flying here. You could start from here because that one, you're gonna get up once, and and then that's it. So that's yeah. Um, Steve here, I don't know if we can show this right here from the plane side. So I know we were talking about planes, so people will have an idea of some of the products here
Yeah.
that you guys may have. I guess this boat have wings or something. It's that fast that will fly.
Maybe, yeah, it'll fly for a little bit.
It will fly for a little bit. There's some of the planes. I know you were mentioning some stuff
Yeah.
earlier, right?
So that Aero Scout bottom right of your screen, that funky looking thing there, that's the one. And yeah, I
Yes.
love flying my expensive stuff, sure, I do. But if I want to just go out and have a bunch of fun, whether it's on the ground or on water, it's got wheels, you can get a float set for it. It's super durable. The prop being in the back makes it very durable for, you're not
Okay.
going to break a propeller. Just the design of it. It's meant to just be super durable and fly exceptionally well for any skill level.
Well,
But
that's awesome.
it's nothing special looking, but once you fly, you're like, all right, I get it. It works. It's just,
Yes.
it's like your first car. It may not be the prettiest thing, but it gets you there. So,
It
but
helps. It helps. Yeah.
yeah, but
That's
yeah,
awesome.
our airline of products are. We try to hit all different price points, all different skill levels. We try to stay mainstream as enough as possible. Yeah, the 450 millimeter units there, the Mustang. We tried to play
That's
for price point play there, $100. So you can get into RC or at least a reasonably decent RC for less than $100 or right at 100. Recently just released that Beechcraft, that new scheme there in the middle, bottom middle.
it's
That's
already oh
that's a
nice.
yeah, that's a C-45. It's technically a Beech D-18, but since it's in that Navy scheme, that's actually like a
Yes.
surveillance platform. It was really an observer scheme.
Hmm.
It's C-45
Yes.
is the proper term for it, but
That's
our
awesome, man.
C-45. Yeah, super cool. It's been really popular in that scheme. We had it in like a vintage scheme. It was a silver and maroon scheme, and
Oh,
it
nice.
did okay, but this one's really done really well. So it's clear
Awesome.
there are a lot more military fans out there on this particular
Yes.
than
Yes.
there were vintage the
Yes.
guys.
The,
Yeah.
the only problem that I see is it says Navy here, not Army. That's the only problem I see. But
Uh,
it looks awesome. That's awesome, man. That's good stuff there. Hey, Mr. Larry, there's another one, brother. I know you got the choppers here. Maybe want to get into a plane or something, brother. So that's nice, man. Good stuff. Good stuff there. There. I know we were talking to Steve here, right, before we keep talking to him. And guys, again, any questions you guys know, feel free here in the chat and in the panel. Feel free to post them on and jump in real quick. But I know before we start talking, you mentioned you had a visit, right? You were spending some time in Texas, around the
yeah.
Houston area, right? Now let me show something here, man. I know it's that time I haven't eaten on it, but let me see if I can show this real quick. So you were part of what, Steve, man?
I just got back from Houston. I was down at it's the Houston World Championship of Barbecue. It's the event that happens prior to the Houston Rodeo kickoff. And yeah, there's my pit. So I go down to Houston and I help out a team. I've gotten into barbecue. So here's something. I feel like everybody who's in this hobby has what I would call the hobbyist disease. And so
Yes,
you get into something, you go head over heels into it. And so I did that with RC, obviously, making it my career. And then, with barbecue, as I moved up in Horizon, I realized I wasn't able to get on camera as much and have a creative outlet. And so during
yes,
COVID, I kind of started just a stupid little YouTube channel for barbecue, a TikTok and Instagram, that sort of thing. And just started cooking, live fire cooking. Try to just teach people that sort of thing, and I got really into it. And so now I'm at the point now where that black offset you saw was what the smoker that I now currently own. I have about, I guess, including that, I have about six other rigs or six other smokers, everything from charcoal gravity fed things for barrel drum smokers to pellet smokers, everything in between. So I've kind of run the gamut of playing around with barbecue too much. And yeah, so I just got back from the rodeo or from the kickoff there, or the cook-off as they call it. And yeah, so I just went down there to get some cool content, and I haven't posted half of everything yet. You can click on that one with the meat that says this is only half the meat, and but you can kind
Which
of the sense of either that, whatever, either any one of these videos, you can kind of see. Oh, you probably have to be logged in, but
yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I
Oh
got
my
deep into barbecue. I
God.
just got back from the rodeo, and it's 250 teams, but it is I think the largest gathering of barbecue in probably in the world. It is absolutely insane. I think I walked 25 miles over the weekend, just talking to a bunch of people, learning about barbecue. There's everything from competition to what turns into like nightclub activities every night, where all these tents pop up and turn into
Nice.
like, country music concerts, free food, free alcohol, just ticketed entry. It's a wild world. Texas does everything big, as they say, and it's one of those experiences that just is totally different and a lot of fun. So it gives me a chance to disconnect from RC and do something completely different. So I got to help serve, help cook a little bit,
Bro.
and learn from
Oh
people.
Lord.
So
Hey, I was stationed in Texas for almost 8 years there
Mhm.
around that area, and then the barbecue, all this stuff, just you making me hungry, bro. Look at this thing, bro. That's crazy,
Uh,
man. That's
that's
awesome.
my that's my primitive pits. It's a 250-gallon offset.
Oh, serious,
It's
bro.
about the size of a car. It fits in my garage and takes an entire bay in my garage.
Jeez, man.
I can put 6 to 9 briskets on the bottom rack and fill the rest of the thing up. It's a big commercial offset. It's small, but if in the terms of commercial offsets, but it's definitely a cool hobby. I've learned a lot. I've learned everything from trying to make decent brisket to, live fire cooking on Santa Maria grills and everything else. It's just a lot of fun. I really wanted to do a barbecue competition at like Axial Fest or something and have people join it. So maybe one day we'll just do that. But
That
yeah,
would be cool. Hey, this is for our guys that haven't eat. Appreciate you, Steve, bro.
yeah, no problem.
Oh my God, this is so good, man. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it, brother. My goodness, my goodness. That's what's up here. Let me see here if we miss any questions, guys, here that I missed. Please post them back. If we miss any questions, feel free to post them back or whatnot. So
I see Tommy Early 68 said, would the T-28 with retractable landing gear and flaps be a good next step after the Aero Scout? Yeah, it's actually that's totally a great one. So once you learn to fly on a trainer aircraft, the next step would be something like a T-28 Warbird. It's a really easy design. The low wing on it makes it's a very low wing Hershey bar shaped wing, so it's actually a very docile airplane. Landing gear, if it's retractable, that's the only downside. If you're not great at landing it, you can damage gear, but that's part of the hobby. But that's a great airplane. Any T-28 is going to be a really good next step to have an airplane for sure.
after that one, okay. Yeah, I know one of our guys had one of those Mustangs that you just mentioned, and he loves it here locally as well.
Yeah.
There, Kevin Gibbs, Smiling Bear says, I had a Horizon smoker for 26 years now. She's an old girl, but she cooks.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones, right? The older ones there, they can cook, man. Oh my goodness. It's all those that all that grease for all these years what makes that's the special that's a special that's a
Yeah.
special sauce right
All the
there.
competition barbecue guys would say otherwise, but yeah, it's the seasoning definitely does make some difference there. But
That's
yeah, it's
awesome,
a,
man.
it's a wild world, man. Barbecue is different everywhere you go. That's probably part of the why
Yeah,
it's so kind of cool is you can go Texas to
yep.
Memphis to everywhere in between, and
Correct, correct.
culture. It's
Yes.
totally cultural.
Yes, definitely, man. And we all have to eat, man. Oh my God. Here, Tommy said, "Thanks, Steve. That's awesome." And we got Captain Steve here in the chat saying to Steve. So cool to see Steve on here. Blessings, everyone. Welcome, Cap. Good to see you, my brother. RC Rock Cars family. He said Carolina barbecue is the best.
See, yeah, yeah.
I know that in Texas and Florida, yeah, we do barbecue here too. This is the best. So yeah, hey, I would gladly be. We could test out. We could sit down and we'd be the testing road right here, so we could test and decide. I just want to eat.
Yeah, I've been invited to more RC events last year up till now that asked me to cook at them than I ever have before. So I'm like, I just want to go and have fun. I don't want to cook, but I
Right,
do
right.
enjoy it. But it's hard to do both hobbies at once. It's
Yeah.
cooking stuff on a live fire setup like that is it's an art form. It's not something you can just set it and walk away from. So,
And
but
it takes a long time to prep the meat and set all that stuff to be a good and all that stuff. So you have to be there too. You cannot just walk away and whatnot, you know. So yeah. That's awesome, man. Good there. The cup is good learning platform also, Larry says. Mm.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Any high wing airplane, if you guys are getting into RC airplanes, anything that's got a high wing that's a Cub or
okay.
that shape airplane is going to be pretty good. Never really start out with low wing stuff. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. Don't start out with a jet. I know it's cool. You just won't be successful. The worst thing you can do is spend the money on something that looks cool, like a cool
Yes.
jet, and then you don't enjoy flying it for the first time
Yeah.
and you crash and you waste your money. So get the boring
Yes.
thing, and then get into the cool stuff. That's my advice.
And it's yeah, because we have met a lot of guys so close to our organization that have that experience right there. You mentioned Steve, and so stressful at the beginning. They don't know how to fly. They just crash, and that's it. Then they just don't want to do it. They don't want to repair it or whatnot because of that. They go over steps, right? More and more experience, planes or whatever that they get in, and then that's what comes to it there. Mr. Larry says you can park the grill next to our booth O11C group, and we'll help you out.
Yeah.
Either we do it right, or when you come back, it's nothing left, Steve. So,
That's right. Yeah,
uh,
I've
so
gotta get, I'll have to say, I saw a few smokers at this event that really made me want to sell my smoker and get this one. I don't know if I have a good way to show you guys, but they basically have
yes.
like an overlanding setup. So it's
Oh
like
my
big old
God.
Falcon tires on it, and yeah, it's it's just a
Nice.
cool looking rig, and it made me want to build one for this crawler. It's like
Heck
perfect
yeah.
setup there. So yeah,
Heck
that's
yeah.
gonna be my concourse setup. I gotta figure out how to make a trailer pit on the back of my tent scale. I think it would work pretty well on that thing.
Yes, that's awesome, man. Awesome. I know Tommy's asking Steve coming to BTC, crawlers and barbecue instead of crawlers and coffee, crawlers and that's a good. Hey, that's a good idea.
That
Crawlers and
Okay.
actually
barbecue.
sounds really, really good. I'm
Right,
down.
right.
I'll travel for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we are planning on Beat the Creek this year for sure. I think the some of the events guys will be out there. I might get down there. I don't know I think it conflicts with something I do on the air side. I need to look. But if I can get down there, might bring the pit. That'd be cool. If it's
Yeah, I
too
know.
muddy
Yeah.
again this year, I don't know if I want to bring it, but hopefully it's not like last year.
Hey, let's not mention that, but yes, that's what happened. A lot of our guys, we had to cancel for them to be going just for safety issues, right? Some of our guys are in, wheelchairs and whatnot. But it's an awesome event, man. The location, the environment, the atmosphere, and everybody had a good time. We just made sure to bring some wet weather clothing, shoes, boots, and boats, and whatever. Canoe or something. But hopefully this year, we don't have to deal with that because it's an awesome location there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see there. Yeah, we made it happen last year. I know Larry came in, yes, but some of our guys couldn't make it there. Yeah, we had to safety reasons, right? To let
Yeah.
them know that it's better for them to stay back. Right. So next year, I know this year they're looking forward for some of this event that we go to, right? Especially for some of our veterans, is that event that we get together. They see the other veterans from other states. So that's why for us, is so important. And for these guys, they're looking forward to hang out with the battle buddies, right? And their comrades and other members of O11C and whatnot. So that's why for us, our guys, anybody, right, in the RC community looking for this type of event. But us, O11C, our veterans look forward to see the other veterans and family members just to hang out there in the campground. Also, we have our cook here. No, the other side, right here. This guy right here. Oh man, too. That's a chef right here. That's a chef, Steven. So when we
Okay.
have a campground, you smell something good. That's the guy cooking it. That's the guy cooking it.
Awesome.
He could do some cooking. We have a few. Frank, actual chef, chef, right? Like they used to do that before they joined the army. Frank fed us last what was it, guys? Some Badlands, the last Badlands. Oh my Lord, man! That whole he spoiled us. See, with all that cooking that he did, man. I think we were eating steak. We bought so much steak that we were eating steak breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it was that good. And luckily, we were able to feed everybody that came in.
That's
So visit us. So if you know when we're there, you know there's food, Steve. So you can stop by. Hey, what you guys cooked?
yeah. I'll be there.
Yes, yes. Definitely. Let me see here. I know we talk about this. I don't know you want to talk about that real quick, Steve, to get that out of the way. Some of the stuff you want to mention, whatever we can mention of events and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, events obviously big portion of what I spend my time on. Right now, I don't have 100% confirmation on really anything. Um, just to put it out there for everybody, we don't want to cancel events, right? Tariffs really hit us hard last year, towards the end of the year, actually, really throughout the entire year. Um, I think most people understand the gravity of that now with everything going on in politics. But to stay away from that, Horizon's got to stay healthy, and doing these events are very costly and really costly on human time too. And so I will say that we are launching our factory tour team, which is a group of two guys that will be visiting new events, hobby shops all around the country. They're going to be driving a rig all around the country. We launched it last year. We're expanding it this year. They're going to be going out west. There is a very high likelihood that we will have By the Fire. That is the largest crawling event that we put on, and there may be a couple adjustments to it, but the heart of the event will still remain the same. And when I say adjustments, I mean like we might call it something different, or we might change the name a little bit, but it'll still be By the Fire. So I think it's not announced yet. If it does, when it happens, I'll say that. I'll say it that way. I don't want to put too much doubt out there in the world, but
Yeah.
we're still getting the full confirmation approval through leadership at corporate red tape, as I'll say.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that that's going to be fine. If it does happen, it'll be the same weekend as it, or the same rough time of year, that October time frame. As far as our Sea Fest or Horizon Fest, that one won't likely happen to its fullest capacity in 2026. We are partnering with a local fireworks group this year at what they call the Freedom Festival in Monticello, which is the same place our Sea Fest is at. But we
Mhm.
actually invited them to come to Eli Field, which, I'm also the president of Eli Field now. That's
Yeah.
fun. Another hat I wear. And so so I invited them to come and host their event. So they do a July 3rd event in Monticello, but I invited them to use our facility going forward. And so I guess they were getting kicked out of the forest preserve. So we moved them over. So what we're going to do is kind of try to have air shows, try me activities, very RC Fest like event there. The
Okay.
challenge being it's July 3rd on Friday that they do this.
Okay.
But I think that's an observed holiday for most people. And so
Yes.
we get some excitement out there. So, what won't be the full blown RC Fest? That's the plan right now. Those things are, again, you guys are kind of hearing this stuff first, and we're not
Yeah.
fully announcing everything. As far as Axial Fest, we're still waiting to hear on that one. I will say it may not be It may not happen. We're gonna do our best, but there's a lot that goes into that event. And if you don't know, we Andy Ziegler left Horizon late last year. He was a big part of what Axial Fest was for us as far as all the planning. And we're excited for his new career. He's working for the university here, heading up marketing for the big basketball arena here. But it's going to be an interesting year for events, but I'm doing my best to get you guys a lot of cool events. So I don't have all the great news today. A lot of stuff will still be coming out, but like I said, very, very high likelihood for By the Fire. Still working on Axial Fest plans. We'll see if we can get that through. I'm not going to hang my hat on it yet, but and then yeah, as far as RC Fest, that will probably migrate to more of the July 3rd weekend to do some excitement there. But again, not maybe as full blown. For our European friends, they're still working through the details of our air meet event that we host out in Germany. That's a really cool air show. Well, probably one of the coolest RC air shows ever. So yeah, a lot going on, and it's tough because I want to spend more time on events, and we've got to make sure Horizon as a company, from a product perspective, and all of our hobby shops are healthy. That's what matters most, and then events are kind of second. And so it's not that Horizon isn't healthy; we're doing fine. But I think the reality is the business comes first, the events come second, and yeah, that's kind of the behind the scenes info. As much
So
as I can say, right? I mean, there's a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
that goes
yeah,
into it, and I probably am more passionate about our events than most, and yeah, it does pain me to have to cancel events, and I don't want to go outbound this year with an announcement of a date and then cancel it. So
yeah,
we're going to hold off until we know for sure. Obviously, at a
yeah,
certain point, we'll have to say, okay, we're definitely not having it, or we
yeah,
are having it, but I'm not going to announce anything until we're. What I've told my boss, who's the CEO, I said, if we announce a date, we will not retract it. And
yeah.
so if he said, I'm fine with that, but let's make sure we're ready before we announce anything. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, so thank you, Steve, for all that. So I know we had that question a few times here on the chat, and we just want to get that out of the way. And like I mentioned earlier, at least us that we have spent the time with our family here from Horizon Hobby, Steve and Andy, like he mentioned before, it's a lot that goes into this event, man, that they do, and they really care about this, what we've seen behind the scenes, spend the time with the community. They're very approachable and whatnot. So it's understandable, right? All that stuff, but we're always looking forward for this event to hang out with you guys after the event and whatnot. But it's a lot of hard work and that we have experienced and witnessed from these guys. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the first one in and the last one out every day. Some of this event, it's not just one day; it's uh, 2, 3, now 4 days event, and they are full capacity and setting up, cleaning afterwards or whatever behind us. Luckily, there's a lot of people in the RC community to help out and make sure that help out with that stuff. So we appreciate that, Steve, for all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
So that's awesome stuff there. Here, guys. So now you heard that, Mr. Larry. Some of the guys that had that question. I said there, Captain Steve here asking that they love the new release. Brother, the 10-3, the SR5 Toyota 4Runner, man. That's an awesome hot item right now. It just got released. What was it, last week or so, right?
Yeah, I
So
think a week or so. Yeah, week, 2 weeks now probably. But yeah, it's yeah, cool release. The Axio guys really did a great job with, and again, getting something out there that's not a Jeep. I'll politely elbow those guys. It's I can say that I work directly with them, but
yeah,
uh, I don't work in their business, but I get to at least poke fun just like they can poke fun at my airplane. So yeah, no, it's cool to see. And it looks like it's in stock and shipping now. So
yes,
that's
yes,
exciting. So guys should be getting them if they haven't got them already.
yeah,
And yeah, no, good stuff. The Axial guys, we've had a lot of changes in general at the company, and I think the Axial team is on a really good path now.
yes,
We had for those of you that don't know the internal guys, we had a couple guys leave.
yeah,
Rich Trulio and Todd Hodge. And
yeah,
so we got to backfill a little bit of that. The product plan lives on. It carries on. And I think the exciting thing with Axial is there's a lot of really cool stuff in the pipeline that I can't talk about, that I know about, but it's got a really good future. It's strong brand, strong following, and yeah, I think the some of the new stuff coming out is going to be pretty sweet. You guys will like it.
Awesome, awesome. Looking forward
How
for
about
those.
that SCX30 stuff, man? Like,
Oh my God,
I
brother.
don't like micro, but why did I just buy 5
Because they're cool.
That's
SCX30s?
why,
You
yeah,
know?
we did it. Yeah, the a funny little story about that one is we launched that at the for those of you that don't know the industry very well, there's a show out in Vegas. Usually, it's called NRSA, and it's the
Mhm.
National Retail Hobby Association, and they put on this show. So we announced the 30s there, and I was there on site, and I remember planning for it and getting it ready because my team does the event side of things as well, and when we announced it it was a private thing. We showed it to the retail partners at this event, and I looked. I mean, I work on the air side, right? So I'm just kind of sitting in the background checking it out. And Brian Nunez, who's the brand director for Axial now, he was up there talking about it, and I was looking around, and I'm like, I don't know how people are gonna take this, man. Nobody here is smiling. People are quite like they look confused. And I'm like, oh man, did we just miss? Like, did we whiff here? And afterwards, we put out the display and we let people drive it. And because the whole time I'm like, well, this is going to be my problem. This is going to be his problem if this doesn't do well. And so, but we let people drive it and on this little rock thing, and people were blown away by it, and they loved the way it looked, and the hard body, and it was instant success. Did really well with the dealers, and I think once customers got them in their hands, they're like, okay, yeah, this is kind of legit, and so it's exciting to see that continue. And there's new ones in the works, of course. It's going to be maintained just like the 24th line where
A YJ,
there's
please. I need a YJ.
a YJ. Okay.
I need a YJ.
Yeah, so there'll be some cool ones coming, but it's a great price point. It gets a lot of people into it, and
Yes.
I think that's pretty much the key for us is it's like the, oh, why the heck not, or why did I just buy 3 of these things kind of
Oh my Lord.
product. So
I knew, Steve, a few of our guys here on their desk they could go like this, right? I know how many of our guys can go like this here, right here. I know,
Mhm.
right? Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. So
Fun.
I was blown by how capable this thing is because we got some to test out, especially for our veterans on the hospital or housebound, right? And like you said, we just 3D print or get a small block area, especially when they're in the hospital, that bed that they trade that when they eat, we can set something up for them just to have fun while we hang out, talk to them and visit them and whatnot. So I just blown by how capable these tiny things are, man. Just incredible. The only complaint is that I need a big ass magnifying glass to be working on this.
To work on
Uh,
the screws, right?
oh
So,
Lord, but that's the only
what
thing.
made me
But
pull the trigger? Have you guys been watching the Micro Crawler Club uh, do it? When he made that crate that folds out to a course and everything. It's going viral on all the crawling pages.
Uh,
Have you guys seen
oh,
it?
yeah.
no,
No?
no, no. You got to share
Oh
that
man, you
with
guys
us.
got to come out of your rock that you're living under. This thing is viral. This thing got 150,000 views in 2 days.
uh,
Wow.
Um, but I liked it so much, so I bought it. So as soon it's made for SEX30s, and I'm like, I don't own an SEX30, and I just bought a crawling course for it. So I'm like, all right. So now I guess yeah, going online. But
doing
everybody
it.
was sold out. So I was like, dang it. I'm like, what am I gonna do now?
Oh, so it's like a
And
crate?
so I
Is that what
found
oh,
a
that's
hobby
cool.
shop in Miami that still had some in stock. And he's like, I only got 4. All right, I'll take all 4. So somebody went down there to go pick it up, and they're on their way here to drop them off. But it's just crazy. And like the way that this crate looks, that it folds up, it's a terrain. And of course, we're gonna make it Jurassic Park themed.
Of
So we're
course.
gonna add some stuff to it, and I'm gonna bring it to events and do the same thing, just have people consistently crawl on and just have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And it just amazed me what this was about. But now to follow that question, am I gonna see any 30th scale airplanes? Is that even
Oh,
possible?
Zzz,
Well, it
that's a
depends.
Right?
mosquito.
Maybe
Yeah.
like a 30th scale 747 might be easy. No,
All right,
I mean, so let's see, I grabbed something. Oh, I just grabbed this guy. So like
Hey,
airplane of this size, right? Like this is the Scrappy we did.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
this is Mike Patey's custom airplane that we kind of did. But an airplane of this size is challenging in that weight is critical. Anything as you get smaller and smaller, physics don't scale as especially air molecules don't scale with the airplane. So you're flying this through, the same air that the big airplanes are flying through. And well, we developed gyro systems and things like that. And so the smaller you go from here, the airplane needs to become like paper light, like a paper airplane to be fun to fly. Uh,
Okay.
and when you start thinking about control surfaces and needing a servo for each aileron, one for the tail, one for the rudder, and then it's just used weight isn't this is actually a very I would consider this a chunkier airplane from our UMX line, but it was kind of intended to be that way because it's exactly a scale replica, 3D scanned of the full scale. But yeah, to make them super smaller than this is really tough. I would love to have something that is like fly around in my living
Come on,
room.
man. Just say it. Challenge accepted. Just
Yeah,
say it.
we're working on things that are, I would say, flyable in your house and slow.
Okay.
They may not be airplane shaped, if that, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
So it starts to turn into a different type of thing. But yeah, something like this is you can go a little smaller from here, but it's got to be super, super critically light. It's crazy how light you have to get it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
enjoyable.
That's awesome.
Now, with that, when you're saying you're flying something in the living room, brings me to a question about FPV. So, anything new FPV related going to happen with potential new products in the future?
For us, probably not. It's just not a segment we're going to jump back into anytime soon.
Okay.
I think FPV has its place. It's certainly cool. We've totally respect it. I still have all my gear. Like everything else I do, I
Yeah.
dove really deep into that as well. I was what uh, second place world champion in wing racing when they did the world championships of drones down in Hawaii.
Okay.
So I dove deep into the FPV racing thing, mostly on the airplane side, not the quad stuff. Although I went into that too. Horizon was deep into that because I was the one pushing it on the inside. But it's a part of the hobby that moved entirely fast to the point where it almost ate itself alive. And all these other vendors came in. The race was to the bottom for the lowest price, and we backed out pretty quickly. It was just not a place where we could really make a profitable business, and it was moving at the time. This is 2016, 17, 18 era.
Hmm.
It was lightning speed. It was booming everywhere. You saw drones everywhere, and this at this point, with the FCC bans in place that we're working through right now, we're trying to kind of position ourselves a little bit away from drones and more to model aircraft.
Okay.
And again, not to get political, but that's the reality that we are living in right now is
Yeah.
these things are
That's
being
just a Cali thing. What about the rest
yeah.
of the world? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
So I think FPV racing is cool. FPV exploration, all that stuff when done legally and safely, awesome. Um,
Hmm.
it's tough to also give someone a great experience without spending a ton of money. You can go buy
I
uh,
get that. Yeah.
I don't know if you're able to buy a DJI system now anymore, but you could have bought a DJI system, digital FPV, and flown around and been, enjoyable. But that experience for even like on the car side, I think is really cool too when you get the right setup and you can actually lean and look over the fender and that
Yeah.
thing. But anyway, yeah, long story to tell you, we're probably not doing FPV, but
All right.
that's okay. That's the reason.
Understand, understandable on that. There. I know answering question there for Dennis, right? Just a disclosure here. This is Dennis. I just got him for him secretly, so we just work. And he said, dear, I mean, not dear, Javier, do whatever you want to do, then you mail it to me. So this is Dennis.
that better not leave
Pew,
Florida.
pew, pew.
So, Robert, that crate that you were talking about, what does that cost someone? I'm just curious.
It's about 1,000.
Really? Okay. I was gonna say that
Okay.
can't be cheap because it's all custom. Yeah.
He is making one right now that is slightly a little bit smaller. That one is going to be 700 plus shipping.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
but again, this one would have been roughly around that same price too, but there was a few more things like I wanted to have added to it, like a Jurassic Park entrance gate, Jurassic Park fencing that's going to go around. So when I have it set up, it's going to have my theme. This way everybody knows, like, yeah, that's Rob's thing. I do Jurassic Park on everything I own. Every RC car, every body always gets switched out to a Jurassic Park version of it. So
Okay.
And
Yeah,
what is the size of this?
Javier, I put a picture in our
Oh,
chat.
you did? Okay, heck yeah. Let me show that.
You might be able to do that. Or if you just Google Microcrawler Club Crate, you can see some pictures and videos. But
yeah.
yeah, I was like, when you said that, I looked it up quick, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really cool. But that has to be expensive. So very cool.
I see.
And it's the first one he did, and we've actually me and Joey have been talking for a good while, at least a couple of years, and we're coming up with different concepts. And then this one kind of just clicked, and I didn't even know that I was just gonna do it. Like for me, I got to see the finished product. Like I can see in my mind of what it's gonna be, but seeing the finished with the grass and the painted rocks and everything like that, I'm like, yeah, that's mine. We're gonna move forward. I'm not giving anybody else an opportunity. And so I guess there's a lot of people that are mad and jealous, but
Yeah.
I'm super, super excited for it.
So this one look a little bit small, so any of our guys here can get one of this. Yeah, that's nice,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, it's cool that it folds up like that, and it's like a perfect
That's
little.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea for traveling
Mhm.
and whatnot. On the stuff I do, especially with this again. These things are very capable and just impressive how the stuff. And especially you guys when you release them, all the aftermarket parts that are out there already. Just incredible how fast and this thing just went crazy. So that's awesome. That's good to see on this or any of these products like that. Especially like I mentioned earlier, for what we do with this rigs, it's so important for us, especially again for our guys housebound or the hospitals that we can go and visit them and just bring some RC so they can just hang out, with us and talk to them. So that's awesome, brother. That let me see here. Yeah, definitely is a wicked setup there. He's local here, Rod?
No, he's not.
Okay. I know you mentioned
I
Miami, but
believe
I thought
he's in the no, he's in the Utah area.
Mm.
oh, okay, okay. I think I
Yeah,
heard
somewhere over there. I know
of
nowhere's near here, but
okay.
the hobby shop that was in the Miami area had only like SEX 30s left in Florida, so had to buy them
Oh,
all.
okay, okay.
So,
Oh, so that was you. So
yeah,
that's why.
yeah.
That's why. Okay.
I'm
So we were.
impatient. Like I'll order, but I'd rather support a local hobby shop. But then, because I bought those yesterday, and then I go onto Horizon's website this morning, and then they're back in stock, and I'm like, man.
Psyched. Actually, we gotta. I know we gotta purchase another one. We gotta send to California for our veterans. I
All
think.
right.
Yeah, we gotta send them. So don't be
Well,
buying them
Horizon site's
all,
the way to go.
Pesa. Don't be
I'm
buying them
not.
all,
I'm not.
Pesa.
I may.
Okay.
I can't promise that. I'll probably buy maybe two or three more because
Oh,
again, like the whole fleet is going to be different Jurassic Park vehicles that were in the movies. So
yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Uh, awesome, bro. I appreciate you, Robert Gunny, man. I'll be looking forward for that here soon. Here, so oh my God, I appreciate you guys, and especially on the live. And you guys don't know how many emails and texts also we receive while doing the live. It's not easy. Oh my, how can I show this? Top secret. That's all I can say. But when we can, this thing is sick. That's all I can say. Uh, wow. And it happened live, so I shouldn't say none. Oops, but it's classified. Uh, Jared, was said headed out as well. Yeah, appreciate you, Jared. Hey guys, real quick, I know our new patches that are on stock here, guys. We have a little bit issue with our website and whatnot. Should be up soon, but you can reach out to any of us here, right? And then we are all this background here. Anyway, so are amazing. They are PVC, incredible patches, guys. Our new O11C patches with our new logo. RC Adventures for Heroes, right? again, we are trying to stay away. Not our main goal, our main tool, our main medicine for our organization is the RC. So having RCs for veteran, it can have a little bit of confusion, right? People thinking we're just here to give RCs away. That is not who what O11C does, right? As we are a support system for our veterans and first responders. So the RC is just a tool, guys, for our dealing with PTSD and some of the conditions, right? And the main focus is bringing awareness to veteran suicide. I know, and this is a very serious topic for us, right? As you guys know, I had mentioned it many times, especially this year has been a very difficult for us. Uh, uh, and usually we don't share a lot of the stuff because that's personal, private for the family, but we had lost 2 veterans this year, starting the year, right? And so for us, it's very serious what we do here. We're not here just playing with our seeds or, or the hobby. With all the respect to the hobby, for us, it's a very serious cause, right? And what the RC is so important for us, and what it brings our guys together, our families together, our veterans, first responder. Just a simple, hey, right here, just this right here, right? It brings us together, and that's powerful and so beautiful what this does for us and for our organization. So we take this very serious, guys. And then so going back to this patch, guys, you can reach out to any of our guys here that you see here. And now some people a lot reach out to me, guys, and I just want to say I'm not into social media that much lately, guys. I have a lot of stuff to do, but you can reach to any of our guys. These ones are going to be $12 plus shipping, guys. These patches are Velcro patches, PVCs, right? And then it will help our cause. So they are look amazing, guys. They are amazing. Again, Paul Will Hyde did an amazing job with this, Steve. So he's worked on this. I'm very grateful for Paul. Uh, so thank you so much. So $12 plus shipping. I know we have got some inquiries on this one, guys. So reach out to any of us. They're not gonna be in the website. We having a little bit of issues, some stuff, but they should be fixed next couple of days or so, hopefully. Prayers for that. But reach out and then it will go through our Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, O11C stuff, and we just need an address and calculate the shipping for you guys. So just stuff with that. I know we have about 20 more minutes, guys. Any more questions, stuff that we want to ask Steve here in the chat and the panel? Feel free to jump into that. Also, Steve, anything else that you want to add so people to know that you want to talk? Any topics you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm guessing this is more of a crawling crowd, but yeah, I think ask me questions about the industry, ask me questions about, my time in, I mean, I've been in the hobby now for, since I was a kid, but I've been in the industry for 15 years working behind the scenes. So if there's anything you want to know how a product comes together,
Oh, yes, I like that. Of
and stuff
course,
like that.
the start from the idea
Yeah.
towards what is accomplished. I know it's not like that easy, like people think, oh, it's just real quick. Oh my God, it's released. Oh my, they would have done this. No, it's a lot more that goes to that, right?
Yeah, our process is usually about an 18 to 26 month process, believe it or not. So, some things are quicker, but not a lot of them are. We start out with we do a kind of these concepting roundtables where the different teams will do different ideas. Some teams will go out of office to go come up with cool ideas, or they'll get together and do pizza, just hang out and talk. I'll speak through the kind of the air process, but it's largely the same. So we'll get together, we'll talk about what we see in the market, what people have been asking for. We look at the business potential behind the idea. We do a lot of research for every single project that we come up with. Once we kind of have an idea of a product, we'll have somebody do some concepting, and we'll kind of think about we'll get the factory to do some quoting on it and get the costing in it. Then we take it through a proposal phase, and this is actually a real gate in the business where we say, not a physical gate, but a gate, so to speak, to say, are we going to invest dollars and energy into this? So we present it to the organization, and largely that team of people, it's the brand guys like myself, the product development leaders, present it to the leadership at Horizon, and we kind of have a room where people can ask us tough questions and present our findings, that sort of thing. Once we go through that gate and they say yes, we want to move forward, that basically gives us the green light to spend development time on it. Development time is people time. It's expensive. Engineering time. It gives us the go ahead to get the factories on board. Start putting time into CAD and that sort of thing. Once we do that, and we get to a point where the product is in a prototype phase, we come back to the table and what we call a design gate approval. And the design approval is basically, this is the final, we're going to move forward with this product. It may be like 80 to 99% done, but it needs to be in pretty much final form. You need to know what all the features and benefits are. You need to know what it's going to cost. All that begins to lock in. And at that point, we invest tooling dollars. Just so you guys, if you don't know, something like this, this is a 10.3 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
To tool this up, meaning spend the money on the stuff to make the plastics and everything else, can be anywhere from 40,000 upwards to over 100,000. It really varies. And on an airplane, something like this would cost us about probably 60,000 to tool that. So that's just straight dollars, boom, right there into the molds. Our big airplanes are, I think our largest foam airplane, our most expensive foam tool was years ago was almost $400,000. And so there's huge investments that goes into these things. So at that point, the company says, yeah, we're going to move forward. We get that done. Next stage from there is we get the tooled samples and we get that all done. Then we build all the marketing campaigns, all of the distribution models. We talk to our factory direct partners. We talk to Europe, make sure they're on board. And from there, it's pretty much business and less about the development, but they're still working on the product. Once we get through that, then we go to a go-to-market, and go-to-market means we tell the company how we're going to market the product, where it's going to be, how many think we're going to sell, or officially agree to how many we're going to order. And at that point, our consumer division, the website guys say, yes, we want to buy this. The wholesale team, which is all of our retail partners, they say they want to buy this many. And then we come to the table and say, okay, the ask is going to be X. They go and they buy it, and then we order it. And then 5 weeks later, we typically announce it. And so it's a big, long process. And that's the boring business side of it. The fun part is truly the concepting, the development, the testing. There are guys that truly go out and test these things. The Axial guys, the Arma guys, whoever, even my air team, they're right here in America. They're right here, in Champaign or out west in California or in the UK if you're the Arma team. And so they're tested. We go through a lot of testing, whether it's durability testing. The most fun thing for the air team is durability testing day. It's not as exciting on the car side, but we stress test usually to try to get it to fail. So it's a very exciting day of flying in the most ridiculous way you could possibly imagine. And most airplanes pass with flying colors, but we basically try to kill the airplane. And even our big jets. So that, like, if you imagine our Hawk, which was our recent jet release, it's a huge airplane, about 5,000 plus to put it together.
Wow.
And we pushed that airplane to 10 G's positive and 11 G's negative, and we stopped because we couldn't push it any harder. And it's a wooden airplane, and so we really try to push anything to complete failure to see what breaks and what bends, what doesn't work. So those are fun days. I love that part of the job. I don't get to see all of them, but they're a lot of fun. You get to hear some interesting creaks and cracks and things you didn't know existed before. But that same airplane, fun fact, I flew to win the national championships last year with the one we stress tested. It had a little bit of a extra bend in it, but it worked fine. So yeah, that's kind of the process. I mean, there's a lot of in between, some of the boring stuff like licensing,
Yes.
which you don't think about because you're like, oh, cool, Toyota. Well, somebody had to go to Toyota, talk to Toyota, negotiate with Toyota, make sure
Mm-hmm.
that all of the samples and all of the design work fits their model and is approved by them. then go from there, box art, and make sure everything's right. It's a lot of work, and it falls on guys like myself and Brian in the case of Axial. And yeah, licensing is probably a huge. It's probably become my third most time spent thing at work is because I work with all of the big air guys. So I'm on the phone with Airbus and Boeing and other ones that I won't say because it'll give it away. But a lot of different licensors that we spend a lot of time with them, and we want to make sure that our product is as up to the standards that they have. Um, so yeah, like the NASCAR stuff, that's a lot of
Oh
time.
my God.
The licensing conversations that surround that are
Hmm.
astronomical.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot that go into it. A lot of teams that touch it, and everything's done in house pretty much, other than making it. Everything's really designed in house for the most part.
And then I know that's that we couldn't go in because it was covered, but we passed that door where the secret stuff happens. It's like we had to get a security clearance. I thought I was back in the army. They say, "Oh, hey, hi, here, no phones here, no that." Okay,
Yeah.
well, got you. we we had to go through some doors, make sure we didn't have nothing hidden. So that's awesome. I know it's a lot of stuff that goes through it, and we are very grateful on that, Steve. I know because there's a lot of hard work and that goes through that. Real quick before we keep doing this stuff here, just to let you guys know, I think we had a comment here. Tool time, brother. He says, RC Crawling helped me cope with the loss of my brother, Master Sergeant William Craze, who passed while on active duty. Don't ever be afraid to reach out to family and always be there for your battle buddy. Definitely, definitely, definitely. That's something that we cannot stress enough. And we push it throughout the ranks here in O11C that reach out, reach out, reach out. Sometimes it's very hard. It's a lot of stuff in our shoulders here in our members, O11C and our reps. Some of us combat veterans like myself that we struggle daily, right, throughout with our PTSD, some of the stuff, but well, we don't care with that. But we are here for a battle buddy. So it's a lot of stuff that is very important, serious for us. So check on your battle buddies. And on that note, full time, we have a bunch of Gold Star family members within the O11C ranks, right? Right. They want to be part of the organization or they want to help the ones that are close to any of our chapters here. And then they just want to be around veterans and just be a support system for our guys. That's what we are. So I just want to get that out there. Prayers for you and your loved ones. Oh, we got Hollywood Joseph here in the house. Welcome, Joseph. How you doing, brother?
Hey guys, I'm good, good. Just getting back from my kid's soccer practice. So,
That's awesome. This is Steve. Uh-oh. You're lagging. You're lagging there on your end, Joseph. Got to get to that Wi-Fi or something there, brother.
me.
So what? On that note, guys, I know we have about 10 more minutes, guys. We really appreciate the immense support that you guys give us weekly and whatnot. I know we have. I know there was another. Oh, I know it was. Oh, that's a good question, right? That what you can mention on this, Steve. Is there another comp crawling platform coming out to replace the Pro, XCX10 Pro? Sorry, it's not an airplane question, but I know some of our crawling guys will appreciate that you can talk about.
Yeah, I don't think I can give you guys anything that you want, and I'm looking to see if I can. I don't even know actually the answer to that question, but I know if I did know, I couldn't tell you. That's the downside, and
Hey,
I can certainly look it up here as I'm talking, and hopefully the reflection isn't in my TV back there. But no, I think the right now, the scenario is, yeah, I think obviously if there was something coming, I couldn't talk about it. If it was really close, I probably could hint at it, but I don't even know, unfortunately.
yeah.
The Axial team is going through and really spending a lot of time on listening to comments. So if you guys you want that, please, make comments on their socials and let them know. I'll pass it along to them.
Yeah.
I'm here and I can share it along with them. So the reality is the customer, as you guys well know, makes the world of difference when it comes to things. And the SCX10 Pro, I don't know why this platform was ultimately discontinued because I don't work in that side of the business directly. But most of the time it comes down to just a volume estimate, right? So it's got to
Yeah.
meet expectations, and if it didn't, or if it was, sometimes it's a factory change or the
Yeah.
factory has a problem and we can't get
Yeah.
it out of there. We've had experiences before where the factory just randomly goes out of business, and we were like, "What? You should have let us know." Maybe we
Exactly.
don't. And so there's times like that we have to figure it out. And sometimes we pick up our tools and we go somewhere else and we say, "Build this for us." And
Right.
so it's possible that it may come back in a capacity in the future, in an improved capacity.
Mm.
And again, you guys saw SCX, SCX 10.2, SCX 10.3. Who knows what comes after 3?
Yeah.
So I think that there could be other platforms in the future. Again, I work on the air side. These comments are not sponsored by Axial, but yeah, I think the whole point of our business is to keep things moving forward, innovate, and bring new products to market while still maintaining a consistent flow of products,
Correct.
and
Correct.
not alienating you guys. And as you see, there's a lot of good stuff out there, and I think parts will still be available typically for a while, on kits like that could go discontinued, but it could come back. And again, unfortunately, I don't have I wish Brian was here because he'd probably be able to tell you, oh no, this
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
but yeah, I still have hope. I personally have one. This is the rig I use. It's the 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, when I heard about that, I too was like, oh, come on, man. I haven't even really put a lot of time into this thing, to
Yeah.
drive it. So, yeah, if I learn more, actually tomorrow, I will speak with Brian. And if I learn more, I will let you guys know. I'll comment in this chat, tomorrow.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
if I can, and if not, then you won't hear from me. But
No.
hopefully I
Hey,
can share something.
we try, Steve. I know that's it. That's a platform that we utilize a lot here in O11C within our ranks. And now the last one that came out, not the base cam, the other one, I always forget the name. Oh my God, help me out, Josh. The one that we do the induction ceremonies with now.
Coyote.
Coyote.
Yes, that's an amazing platform and for what we do for our beginners that come into the hobby, right? That get them into the hobby. They're very capable rigs. I see there and a bunch of comments there on the pro. Dwayne also Sergeant Major said XCX10 Pro makes a killer with the Kraken build. Yes, with our Rock Hearts family, definitely. Amazing builds that we do with those. I know Hollywood Joseph can mention those. That's some of his builds that Joseph did. I know Joseph was bumped out when I know he was trying to get some access for the pro that he
Yeah, I was
broke
trying to get the portal axles.
the portal
And
access.
I
Yeah.
think what I was told was that there's the factory doesn't make them anymore, and that
Yeah.
it was the same people that were making the chassis and everything. So,
I know he's sad. I know Joseph is sad. He did a lot
but
of tests.
I have two of them. I have two Tempros.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Awesome there. Good stuff there. Let me see here, guys. Joseph, you have any question for Steve? I know you have participated in a lot of stuff here from Axial that you had done and Problem by the Fire with us. I know Joseph is one of our newest. Yeah, you've been with us now a couple of years now, Joseph, or a year? Oh, say that again.
Yeah,
We lost. Oh man, we losing.
hold the fingers up. How many years?
Yeah, one or two. Two. There you go. Appreciate it. Yeah, we gotta do that. Having issues with the but that's
Kids eating
awesome.
up all the Wi-Fi.
Right. That's what it is. Probably Dennis is doing something under the table. You see his hand is under the table, pushing a button. Yeah, now you're doing something, Dennis. Always like to mess up our Wi-Fi stuff there. So go ahead, Joseph. I think it's a little bit of a lagging on that part. But and again, guys, any more questions that we have for Steve here? If not, we're gonna start saying our goodbyes here soon. Let me see here. I know I have received some emails. We have received some emails and some comments, guys, for the patches. As soon as we finish our show, there we will start replying, and some of our guys will start replying to those emails and comments for the patches, guys. We appreciate that, and to give you guys a full price with the shipping as we get addresses and whatnot. And what is your preference on payment, either Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo from the Operation 11 Charlie side of it? So let me see here who we got. I think next Monday is gonna be multiple Monday. I think Pesa. I think next Monday we'll be
Yeah,
talking. We will
I'll
be
be
talking about the Pesa Nationals.
yeah, I'll
Like
be
this.
on as J Concepts, and we'll be talking about, yes, not the Pezza Nationals, but the Trail Venture Challenge and
Yes.
the Reactor.
Yeah. Awesome. Also looking forward for that on next Monday. So any question, make sure you have those hard, tough questions for Robert that he loves and whatnot. So and tell him
Oh, of
showing
course.
to show us stuff that he is supposed to be showing here. That's why he has the background like that, right? Because he has a bunch of stuff he is supposed to be showing, right? So anyway, looking forward for that, guys. Anything else that we need to mention, guys, here in the panel chat? I know Joseph, you have anything coming out with USA Vets. I know Joseph do a lot of. That's a chapter that stay active within the veteran community, and he goes out with US Vets. That's a veteran nonprofit from the LA area, there in California area.
Yeah, I'm actually going out crawling with them this Wednesday. It's U.S. Vets Inglewood. If you guys don't know, U.S. Vets, they take at-risk veterans and house them, and then get them enroll in the VA and whatever help they need, whether it's with housing or getting their percentage or just getting to see the doctors and everything. So part of the recreational side is I go hang out with them and we do some crawling out by the beach and everything. It's a fun time. It's typically older veterans. I know we've had a few Vietnam veterans, and we even had one World War II veteran
Yes,
that
it
was
came out.
yeah,
Mhm.
he was wheelchair bound, but luckily we had my kid that went to go flip over the truck and everything for him. So he spent a good hour or so crawling. It's always fun with them.
Awesome, 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 awesome. USA Vets, guys, they're doing amazing stuff for our veterans. I know they help out also the homeless, the veterans homeless community as well. So they do a lot of hard work and good job for that. So we love that. Encourage that to all this nonprofit, our support system for our veterans are needed, right? Especially our ones that they don't have a support system or families, right? Somebody to take care of them. The mental health of it, mental side of it, all that stuff with severe PTSD, some other stuff that we need to address and whatnot, right? And understanding the communication and educating ourselves, right, to understand. And that's why we do also going back to what we do here, right? We like for our civilians, our first responders, our veterans to cope within each other. So we also understand what our guys are going through. So you guys can understand. So you will understand your family members back home or friend that you have back home, veteran or first responder, understanding what all our guys go through. That's why we do a lot of those suicide prevention classes, how to walk, how to read red flags and whatnot. So it's very important, all the stuff that happened. As I mentioned, many stuff that happen behind the scene that is 24/7 for our organization and our members, right? So very grateful for that. And that note, I think that's it. So we're gonna start saying our goodbyes real quick here with that. And then Steve, before we go out, after we go live, so we can say the proper goodbyes after we end the show.
course.
So Joseph, go ahead, brother.
I just want to say thanks to everybody, panel, people in the chat and everything. Um, I'm one of those veterans that like really benefits from programs like this. I've said it a million times on the show. Prior to this, I really didn't have hobbies or friends like that. I was dedicated just to my family, work, and just the grind. This has really opened up a bunch of doors, and mentally, I feel a lot better, and just being part of such a great family. So I want to say thank you, guys, again. Um, I enjoy seeing you guys every single week. I know I don't get on the panel every week, but I'm here chit chatting. I enjoy hearing you guys' voices, and I do appreciate everybody.
Much love, brother. Much love, and thank you for your service, brother. Go ahead, Kurt.
Appreciate you guys having me on here. Appreciate all you vets that do what you did and do what you're doing, especially in the first responders and all that. And thank you for your services and all that. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, sorry I was late, everybody. Some family stuff.
Prayers, brother.
Everybody, thanks for your support that you do day in and day out for us, and either in the chat, saying hi at events, or anything like that. It really means a lot, and we appreciate it. Steve, thanks for coming out and hanging out. I did have two quick questions.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you're running events, are you going to work on your beard to be more like Andy?
No. That's a tough one.
And secondly, was it a Horizon standard to make Connor cut off his mullet?
No, we don't have any.
No.
We don't have any beauty standards
Okay.
for that, so I don't think so. That was probably his significant other, maybe. I don't know.
It could be. It could be.
That was a good one.
So, but really, Steve, thanks for being here and hanging out,
Yeah,
and
man.
look forward to seeing you later.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Thanks,
awesome,
everybody.
brother. Joe, go and we're gonna leave Tessa for the last one, right? You always do that emotional crying stuff, making sure to get your clinic going on. So go ahead, Joe.
It's good to see everybody out here again on a Monday. It's nice having a little bit of a change up. Don't get a lot of air stuff. It's mostly crawlers
Yeah.
and speed stuff. So it was a nice change up here, the other side
Yes.
of the hobby. So
Yes.
other than that, thanks for everybody supporting us. Make sure you get on CalRC, get on the get your tickets in for your to help support Cal, support us.
Yeah. Yes.
Other than that, check on your brothers and talk to you guys next Monday.
Awesome. Awesome. Appreciate you, brother. Dennis, go ahead, brother.
Well, Steve, thanks for coming on and sharing your passion for the hobby. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Sorry we couldn't just pry a little bit out of you, but we tried.
This lip sink ships, man.
But thanks again, everybody, for hanging out in the chat. Your support means the world to us, because without you guys, we wouldn't have a show.
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody on the panel, appreciate you guys. Glad I'm a
Wait.
part of the organization. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bear, you want to say goodbye? Give me a second. Oh, geez. That's Bear. Tessa, take that mic real quick, and before I take this dog out.
Oh, come on. Well, first, I'd like to thank everybody that's been in the chat hanging out with us for the last couple of hours. Really appreciate all y'all. You had some great questions tonight. So thank you for all that. My brothers that are in the panel, you guys know it. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys. Events are coming in strong, so I get to see everybody very soon. Super excited about it. And Steve, what you do is pretty much what I do also. So I know the tough road that it is doing your job. I mean, I'm right there with you, and I'm so happy there's somebody else in this hobby that is part of their business, but it's a job, but it's not a job because you're really enjoying what you're doing, and the innovation and ideas that you bring to the table for these people, part of the development, selling the ideas and the concepts. I think that's amazing. And if it wasn't, for people like you, there would be no hobby. The innovations, yes, things may take up to 2 years to develop. I mean, I know that, yeah, the Lozi, uh, the Promoto, I believe that was a 5-year project,
Oh, yeah.
things like that, testing, tuning, development, all hands in. It's got to start on a piece of paper, and then it has to go through its channels to get approved. And for you being the guy that helps go through all it's amazing what you do. So a lot of love to you, man. Keep growing this hobby, and we'll continue enjoying it. So, again, a lot of love goes to you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Awesome. With that note, Steve, go ahead, brother. You want to say your goodbyes?
Yeah, thanks everybody. Love getting on here with you guys. Appreciate the reschedule. Had some family stuff come up last time I was supposed to be on, but yeah, I was glad I'm able to get on. Yeah, I just want to say how proud I am to be a part of this community. Like you said, Robert, the passion that we all have for this hobby is incredible. You know, my passion's a little different in the fact that I do the air side, but I'm still in it with you guys. So. I think I think again, and what you guys do is just incredible. And Horizon is always here to support, programs like this, and we'll continue to do so if I have anything to say about it. And so, I think, yeah, keep doing what you guys do, and we'll keep supporting you in the mission. Thanks for
Thank
having
you. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve,
Thank you.
again. We appreciate you guys immensely as we had the opportunity to, hang out with you guys behind the scenes, interact and whatnot. So we're very grateful, and our veterans organization are very grateful. Again, everybody on the chat that have supported us, always hang out with us. It's very grateful. We are very grateful of that, and our families, our veterans, first responders also are very grateful, guys. On that note, come on and hang out with us next week. It's going to be multiple Monday, just here hanging out with the veterans and first responders and O11C members. We will have more raffles coming out soon, guys, and also you could be support of that as well. That will help our mission, moving forward, right? And some other stuff events that we're gonna be part of. Too as well. So in that note, I don't think anything else that we gotta mention. Like somebody mentioned here, check on each other, check on each other. You don't have to be a veteran, right? Any family member, veteran, first responder, just check on each other, man. It's time for us to take care of each other, right, in a positive way and whatnot. Like I mentioned throughout the show there, at some point in our show, prayers for our military members. Now prayers for them, prayers for them. Our hearts are with you guys, so we got to do a lot of praying for our military members. So thank you so much for the support, and we'll see you next Monday. Peace. Take care, family. Have a blessed week. And we should be, how we do this? I'm afraid to press end here. It's not end, right? Okay, and me, no, leave.